This used to be a loving family of 4, their days filled with laughter and routine. But one night, something unthinkable happened. What events unfolded behind closed doors? And who was responsible for shattering their world? This is today's story. New Year's Eve, Tokyo, 2000. A family of 4 is brutally slaughtered in their own home. But here's the twist. The killer didn't flee. He stayed for hours, ate their food, used their computer, and vanished into thin air. To understand the horror of that night, we need to know who the Miyazawa were. A close, ordinary family, living in the quiet suburbs of Tokyo. Starting off with Mikio Miyazawa, 44 years old. He worked for Interbrand, a global branding and marketing firm. Known as reliable, thoughtful, deeply committed to his family. His job allowed them to live in Setagaya, a quiet residential district. The kind of place where violent crime was almost unheard of. Mother, Yasuko Miyazawa. Yasuko Miyazawa, 41. A former teacher turned part-time tutor. Patient, gentle, devoted to her children. Friends remembered her as warm, approachable. The kind of neighbor who always greeted you with a smile. Daughter, Nina Miyazawa, 8 years old. Energetic, curious, loved animals, loved school. She played with friends often and was full of life. Son, Rei Miyazawa, just 6. Quiet, shy. Loved video games and time with his sister, especially close to his mother. Attended a special education school due to a speech impairment. December 30th, 2000, began like any other winter day. The eve of the new year, a time for family, reflection, and celebration. That afternoon, Mikio took Nina to a skating rink. Yasuko stayed home with Rei. Neighbors recalled seeing the family later that evening. The house lit warmly against the cold winter night. Nothing seemed out of place. Sometime between 11:30 p.m. and the early hours of December 31st, an intruder entered through the second-floor bathroom window, climbing a fence from the park behind their home. What happened next was sudden and brutal. Mikio confronted the intruder near the staircase. He was stabbed repeatedly with a sashimi knife. Yasuko and Nina, hearing the commotion, were attacked next. Finally, the killer turned on Rei, smothering him in his bed. Morning came cold, gray, silent. The Miyazawa house still. Curtains drawn, no sign of life inside. When Yasuko's mother couldn't reach her daughter, worry set in. She went to the home, and what she found would haunt her forever. Stepping inside, eerie silence, then the unimaginable. Mikio at the bottom of the stairs, lifeless. Upstairs, Yasuko and Nina, brutally stabbed. Rei, still in bed, no longer breathing. In a matter of hours, an entire family gone. Shaken, Yasuko's mother called the police. Officers from the Seijo police station arrived within minutes, sealing off the quiet street. What they found inside would unsettle even seasoned detectives. Evidence inside the home. The killer hadn't left right after the murders. The family's computer, used at 1 a.m. and again later that morning. Half-eaten ice cream in the kitchen. Clothing, not belonging to the family, folded neatly. The bathroom, used, with traces of blood and feces left behind. Fingerprints, DNA everywhere. A sashimi knife the murder weapon purchased in Suganami just hours before the crime. Sand grains traced to the Nevada desert. A rare cologne sold mainly in South Korea. A sashimi knife, blade broken during the attack. The entry point, second-floor bathroom window. Clothing left behind, sweater, jacket, bucket hat, hip bag. Sand from Nevada, pollen from a Japanese plant. Rare Slazenger sneakers, size 27 centimeters. DNA and fingerprints, male, mixed East Asian and European descent. Suspect R, a former South Korean military member, possibly a contract killer. One of the most controversial theories involves a man known only as R. This theory was proposed by Japanese true crime author Fumiya Ichihashi. He claims R was a former member of the South Korean military, who later worked as a contract operative or even a hired killer. According to Ichihashi, forensic tests on sand found in the killer's hip bag matched a region in South Korea where R once lived. Even more disturbing, he alleges that R's fingerprints match those found inside the Miyazawa home. The DNA profile from the crime scene points to a man of mixed ancestry, with a father of East Asian descent and a mother from Southern Europe. A background that could align with R's heritage. But here's the problem. Tokyo police have never confirmed any of this. No official statement, no public record, and no arrest. Many investigators believe Ichihashi's theory is built on speculation rather than proven evidence. The skateboarder theory. Another theory stays much closer to home. It begins with a skate park in Setagaya Park, just steps from the Miyazawa home. Mikio Miyazawa was known to confront local skateboarders, telling them to keep the noise down. It happened more than once. Some say he had become a target of resentment. Police learned that just days before the murders, Mikio had complained again about loud skateboarders. The park backed directly onto his house, and the killer entered from that very side through the second-floor bathroom window. The theory suggests the killer could have been a local youth, someone who knew the area and knew the family. A confrontation that escalated into something far more violent. But this theory also has problems. No local skater was ever tied to the murders, and the brutality of the crime, along with the killer's strange behavior afterward, seems far too extreme for petty revenge over a noise complaint. Still, the image of a neighbor, someone walking past the Miyazawa home countless times, turning into their killer, is one that haunts many in Setagaya to this day. The killer's fingerprints are on file. His DNA has been analyzed. His clothes, his bag, even the sand stuck to them have been studied for over 2 decades, and yet his name, his face, his motive remain unknown. Did he slip quietly across a border and vanish? Or is he still here, walking the streets of Tokyo, passing strangers every day unnoticed? Somewhere, someone knows the truth. And until that truth is found, the shadow of the Miyazawa murders will never fade. What do you think happened inside the Miyazawa home that night? Share your thoughts in the comments, because your theory might be the one that finally makes sense of this chilling mystery.